So this is Latanja, and I'm back with some more information. And today we're going to be talking about how to know that your manager is a narcissist. Let's get into it. So I have been working for many years, and throughout my years, I've probably had like 3 managers that are narcissists. And like literally at the time I didn't know, because back then there wasn't like a term for it, but now I know that these people were definitely narcissists. Okay. And unfortunately in my case, there were people who look like me. Like these were brown people. And it's very unfortunate that it happened this way. It just made me another level of angry that this happened. So I'll just tell you, the people that it was the 3 managers, like it happened years ago, and one of them, 2 of them happened years ago, many years ago, but one of them wasn't as long ago as the other ones. But I know when the last one happened, like I kind of had muscle memory of how it feels to experience a manager who is a narcissist. So I kind of knew immediately, and I kind of had to like kind of cut it there. So I'll tell you how to know that your manager is a narcissist. And we shouldn't even have to be talking about things like this. Like, it's not fair. Okay, so the first thing is they're constantly nagging you and scrutinizing everything you do. Like, it's almost like you can't do anything right with them. They're always looking over your shoulder, checking things that any other manager typically wouldn't check. Like, they're constantly micromanaging you. And it's something that bothers me so bad, especially if I've been, dealing with other managers and I just get this manager, and then all of a sudden there's an issue with everything that I do. Okay. That's the first thing that you can kind of tell. You might not know for sure, but you're like, okay, something's not right here. Like this person's constantly scrutinizing me, and you just think, okay, maybe it's not, maybe that's just how they are. Until you find out that they're not doing that to everyone, okay? So, they're always complaining about the work that you do. Like, it just never, it's always something about it that just doesn't suit them. It just doesn't, it's something not right. Like, you could have plenty of managers in the past that's never complained about these things, but time this person, like, sees you and they're like digging into your information, just trying to find something to complain about. Okay. Also, they always find a way to let you know that they're in charge. Their goal for you is to let you know that you are a peon and that they are in charge, and they're constantly finding ways to remind you. Like I know someone who had a narcissistic manager, and literally this manager had gotten so bad that they had told them that they wanted to have meetings with them every week just to look over their work. And come to find out, she wasn't doing it to anybody else but just this one person. And this person, thought that eventually, if they do everything they say that the manager says, that this manager would eventually like ease up on them. No, that is not how a narcissist works. In fact, a narcissist will find you as a good target. And if they do think that you're going to be a good target for them, they are going to stay on your back, and they're not going to let up no matter what. Okay, so you can do everything they say from every single thing. But if they're a narcissist and they've already chosen you to be their victim, then they're going to come out for you in every way that they can. This person also has like an inflated sense of self. They're always wanting to make sure that you know that they are superior to you. So they don't come out and say that, but it's just little things that they do, kind of with the micromanaging and, nitpicking on you and making you do extra steps and extra things that you may not have had to do in the past, but this person just wants you to do it. And they're telling you to do it because they can. Like, they're picking on you. A narcissist manager is someone who picks on you. And sometimes it can feel passive aggressive. And you get a feeling about it because they're also gaslighting you in ways. And because you're trying to figure out, okay, like it's a feeling that I'm having of this person, but I just can't, put my finger on it. But then when you realize that you're the only person they're doing it to, then you realize, okay, this person is a narcissist and they've chosen me as a victim. The narcissist manager is always someone who is overly concerned about how they're going to look. Like, this is somebody who wants to be a higher up, who wants to have their names in rooms, and they'll mention that. Like, they might volunteer you or volunteer your team to do extra assignments, extra projects, because they are very concerned about their name being in rooms with the right people so that they can elevate their own work status. They are overly concerned about this. So keep that in mind also. This is a person who is jealous of you. I don't know why this person's jealous of you. They have some reason in their own mind, and they might have looked at you and said, you know what? For some reason, they don't like you. They're jealous of you. They just want to choose you as their victim, the person that they're going to choose to pick on. They're not doing it to everyone else. You know, so you can ask people, how's your experience? Here's your experience. Some people can say, okay, you know, no, my experience is totally different. Then you realize, okay, this person is picking on me. The narcissist manager is nothing, no matter how hard you work, how many things you do to appease them, how many extra tasks you decide, how much checking in you do with them. They still, if they don't like you and that they have decided that you are their victim, they are going to do everything they can to ruin you, down to the last thing. The last thing to know that your manager's a narcissist is when they start messing with your coins. Yep. The narcissist manager will, no matter how good your work is and everything, they will find a way to make sure that your performance reviews aren't reflecting that. They are going to pull out every single little thing that you've done. They're going to nitpick it, and they're going to let you know some kind of way. They're going to switch it around and make it seem like you were just like the worst person ever. And I know this because I've been through it with a narcissist manager before. And I went like a whole year under a person, and I thought that if I just did everything she said, I didn't, have much input, I just kind of just, as they would say, put your head down and do your job. That's what I was doing. And I thought if I did that, then, at the end of it, I would be, my efforts and my work would be reflected. But the thing this person did was, no matter, and I was younger at the time, so this person, my experience was, I did everything they said. I went above and beyond. I even did extra. And then when it was time for bonuses, like, this person tried to make sure that I didn't get the money that I should have received. And they did a good job with it, and I didn't. And I was very angry. It was so angry that it made me just, I felt overwhelmed. I felt like there was nothing else for me to do. Like, who can I, like, this is my manager doing this stuff to me. Like, who can I tell? I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know at the time. So I just ended up finding another job and leaving the company. Fast forward, like, many years later, when I realized that, like, the experiences I was having starting off with a narcissist manager, of the things that I was telling you in the beginning of the video, the nagging, the scrutinizing, the checking every little thing, the micromanaging, the, trying to have all these meetings with you, and every time you do something, they're constantly, all of that started happening to me. And so it was almost like a muscle memory that I'm like, this person is a narcissist, and they're really deciding to mess with me. Like, this person's literally picking on me. So I stopped it there. I went to that person's manager, and I had a conversation. And since I have a really good rapport with them, they were able to put me, under someone else. And so that's just how my experience is. If you have a manager that's a narcissist, don't think that it's going to get better. It will not get better. If this person is after you, no matter what you do, they're going to try to break you, and they want you to kiss their, what. Like, this person is really going to be coming for you every moment, and they're literally going to be looking for anything to try to get you fired. It's nothing you can do with a narcissist manager but to talk to their manager and try to, in hopes to get moved somewhere else. So just keep in mind these tips. Look out for it. It's always helpful to know, because sometimes, like me, when I was younger, I didn't know this, and I thought that if I just did everything right, then I would be fine. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Sometimes you just have people that just don't like you for one reason or another. Like, and in this case, the person ends up being a narcissist. Who wants to be around a narcissist anyway? So girl, get out of that job. Like, try to move around, try to speak to that man. They don't like it when you speak to their manager, because they only want to be seen in good, like good in their manager's eyes. So you need to make sure that you bring in a point to their manager, because that's something they're not going to like. And they're not going to be able to punish you behind that either. So do what you have to do. And good luck to everybody out here with a narcissist manager. I hope this will give you enough insight that you can say, you know, point out who's a narcissist and who's not. Like, all right. Well, thank y'all for watching. And if you have any other comments, or you have any situations of anything that you've been through with a manager who is a narcissist, feel free to leave it down below. All right, y'all. See y'all next week. 'Cause I don't want this simple life.